television coverage of high school sports is back with WPTI-TV Channel 10. It's Northern Illinois Conference basketball at its best with the WPTI sports team. And now, the WPTI NIC-10 Game of the Week.
Good evening, everybody. That is Ike Johnson, the head coach for the Rockford East E-Rabs. And Coach Johnson has a career record of 100 wins and 51 losses. This season, his guys are riding in second place in the conference with an 8-2 record. Second only to the Pretzels from Freeport. That's the story in Ike Johnson, hoping for a win here tonight. The other coach in tonight's ball game, of course, is Steve Goers for the Boylan Titans. He finds himself right in the middle of the NIC-10 pack with a 5-6 record with only 4 returning lettermen this year. His career record, he's been several places before, of course. He has 175 wins, 109 losses. At Boylan High School, his 3-year career is 35 wins and 35 losses, exactly 500 basketball. Good evening, everybody. This is Brian Wright for WPTI Sports, along with Chad Kaufman, my color commentary person, and our statistician, Dave Westman. Guys, going to have a great ball game here tonight. Chad, a lot of tradition in tonight's basketball game. Just before we get to the national anthem, these gyms, they're rather old. They were built under strange circumstances. Relay a little bit of information for us.
Yeah, they were built back in 1939. Both East and West High School were built at the same time. During the latter part of the Depression, it was basically to give people work. Both schools are exactly the same. Both gyms are exactly the same. In fact, when you play at West, it's like playing at East and vice versa. Tonight's game, I look for a good ball game. I look for East High to be really pumped up because they need this one bad because they're running into Freeport tomorrow night for a big showdown.
These gymnasiums, they're very noisy, very echoey. Sometimes that creates an illusion of more people here. No matter what the number of people here, we always seem to have an exciting ball game.
Right, well, I think it's great for the ball players, too. The noise always motivates young kids. And these crowds, usually at East and West High School, are usually anyway, are very noisy and very excitable.
Only 2 losses this year for the E-Rabs this season. One at the hands of the Hononegah Indians, the other to the Guilford Vikings. And the last time these two teams met, the E-Rabs played 4 great quarters of basketball, and they beat the Titans. We'll be back with the starting lineups real shortly, right after we pause for the national anthem on WPTI Sports, where the action is. Tonight, the Rockford East E-Rabs up against the Boylan Titans. The E-Rabs with a record of 8-2 in the conference, 8-7 overall. The Boylan Titans 5-6 in the conference and 7-6 overall. Let's pause for the national anthem. Everybody's set and ready to go for the national anthem. I thought they were going to run out there real quickly. And whatever the case may be, we will make sure that we tune in for that because every great sports contest is tipped off with the national anthem. It sort of gets the players all pumped up and ready to go. Dave Westman and I can remember many times before a particular telecast of a Super Bowl game, a pro basketball game with the national anthem plays. It is sort of the peak and ready to head into the ball game.
The East fans have developed kind of an interesting routine, if you might want to call it. They have something called Hawaiian Night, which is all the people dress up in Hawaiian shirts, they dress up in leis, and maybe we can get a couple of close-ups of them later on during the game, but they almost make this like a giant luau or something like that in Hawaii.
I noticed they were selling the, what do they call those things that they put around your neck?
Yeah, they call them leis.
And they approached us up here, but of course we broadcasters don't have any money. You know that, Chad Kaufman. And whatever the case may be, we should have a great basketball game here tonight. And throughout the contest, we will allude to what is happening with these two particular coaches, Ike Johnson for the East E-Rabs and also for Steve Goers and the Boylan Titans. Some of the things they're up against this particular season, and also some of the things that they're looking forward to in tonight's basketball game. We will be talking with both coaches after the ball game. And at halftime, we have a very special guest. And he is the publisher of a brand new magazine. And, of course, that is called Inside the NIC-10. If you're not now receiving it, we will give you information as to how you may get on the mailing list and where you can pick up your paper. It tells all about the NIC-10, boys and girls, what's happening in the particular sports. Interesting thing we might allude to right now, there seems to be some delay in the national anthem, but for the standings this time in the NIC-10, we see that the Freeport Pretzels, they are 9-1. First place in the NIC-10 conference. Rockford East just behind with 8-2 record, and Freeport is 12-5 overall. And interesting enough, the Freeport girls basketball team is also in first place in the NIC-10 conference with a conference record of 8-0. Now, we will pause for the national anthem on WPTI Sports, and we'll be back with all the play-by-play. High School Marching Band with the national anthem for tonight's ball game. Let's run right to the starting lineups for both sides, the East E-Rabs and the Boylan Titans for tonight. And boy, we've got some matchups indeed. Starting lineups now. First of all, let's go to the Boylan Titans. We see that we have number 35, Mike Guernsey, 6'5" senior. 43, Dan Tatro, 6'4" senior. Number 31, Sonny Roberts, a 6'5" sophomore. Good enough to bring him up, says Coach Gores. Number 23, Tim Pelkey, 6'1" senior. Number 11, Frank DeCastris, a 5'11" junior. And for the East E-Rabs, number 24, Levette Marshall, a 6'1" senior. Number 34, Odell Tidwell, a 6'4" junior. Number 40, Mark Madden, a 6'6" senior. And number 20, Truck Hobson, a 5'8" junior. And finally, number 12, Anthony Polk, a 5'7" junior. And well, we're going to have some scoring tonight because we've got some offensive explosions. We take a look at Levette Marshall for the East E-Rabs. He's a gunner, averaging 13.2 points per ball game. On the other side, we see that Tim Pelkey, the senior, 6'1", number 23, averages 11 points per ball game. Here we go to the center circle.
It's amazing, Brian, how evenly balanced both teams are. You look at the scoring averages, it's almost identical.
Hopefully we'll see that tonight. Parity in the NIC-10. That seems to be what is happening around the league. Parity. Could be the name of the game if you want to call it NIC-10 and the word parity. We've got a lot of it here. At the center circle, we have Tidwell and Tatro. Tip is controlled by the Boylan Titans. Here they come now. East E-Rabs jump into a 2-3 zone right away to block some pressure right off the beginning. DeCastris gets it back and forth now at the corner. Lob, inside pass goes to Tatro. His shot up and no good. Rebound comes down to the East E-Rabs. Levette Marshall pulled it down. Anthony Polk now at the top of the key. I wonder, Chad, when they're going to go to the three-point play in high school. You see it in college now, and you see it in the pros have for some time, when they're going to go to the three-point play.
I'm not sure. I don't think they'll go to it. You don't have that many great shooters in high school that can shoot that far out, really.
Down at the other end, Guernsey put up the shot. It was blocked, went out of bounds. And the Titans will inbound it underneath their own basket. The score, 0-0. Just got underway here in WPTI Sports. DeCastris now at the top, around the corner to Tatro. Guernsey. Then they have it over to Pelkey. Going to weave it around the horn now Ike Johnson says that, yes, his E-Rabs have a tough 2-3 zone, but that time it didn't pay off. Pelkey with the score.
Looks like Boylan's playing a 1-2-2. Now they're back in a 2-3.
A lot of zone defense. You see it in, obviously, in high school a lot, and also in college ball, where pros, they have to, of course, go to a man-to-man. Sometimes you wonder if that's what they're playing or not, but they have to go to it. The ball is taken away by the East E-Rabs. Inside there is Mark Madden, the big guy, 6'6" senior. He averages 11.1 points per ball game. Levette Marshall, inside pass. This time he weaves back. He falls backwards. The shot will not go. Levette Marshall can't put it up, and we've got a foul. They're going to call a little bit of a tripping foul on Marshall, I believe. So for Marshall tonight, that's his first personal foul.
Both teams are fairly equal in size. East High is carrying 2 small guards, but front lines are pretty equal.
2-0. Boylan Titans lead the East E-Rabs here. Now, full court pressure by the E-Rabs. Boylan Titans seem to break it with ease. Lob pass around the corner. Ball's knocked away, picked up by the E-Rabs, then knocked out of bounds, and it will go to the E-Rabs. We are having some technical difficulties with Dave Westman's microphone, and we'll try to get that worked out for you so we can reveal all the inside information statistically. Down the court, Holt to Hobson. Then inside, turnaround jumper, no good by Madden, Mark Madden. Here come the Titans now. They bring it down. The defense does not seem to be slowing the E-Rabs down a whole lot here. Thinking about it from way out was DeCastros. He decided not to, though. Trying to get the penetration, trying to get inside a little bit. So far, no go. The lanes have been sort of squeezed together. Guernsey. And the shot from 15 feet, no good by Pelkey. Here come the East E-Rabs. Hobson. Got a foul called. Tim Pelkey, I think they called a foul on number 23, the 6'1" senior. And so for Pelkey tonight, that's his first personal foul.
Looks like East High wants to get that ball off the board and start running. They want to run against Boylan tonight, it looks like.
Well, they've had that tradition, run and gun, and they've been very effective with it. The inside drive move is no good by Polk. The basketball is brought down by the Boylan Titans. Pelkey now dribbles it all the way down the court. He thought about the jumper. He did not do it. DeCastros, corner. Weaving it around now. Guernsey, down low. Back out top. 2-3 zone by the E-Rabs. Very effective as the crowd comes alive. Pass over to weak side. Guernsey, bomb shot right side. No good. Rebound comes down. Up it is. Beautifully done by Sonny Roberts, the 6'5" sophomore. Averaging 10 points per ball game. Here they come. E-Rabs controlling. The inside drive is up and good. The shot by Tidwell. And he got fouled.
It's like a blocking foul.
.4:33 left to go until the second quarter. It is 4-2. 4-2. The Boylan Titans lead the East E-Rabs.
I'm talking right now.
Okay. Everything's working fine for you.
Sounds like it.
Guernsey inside pass. It's almost taken away by the E-Rabs. 4-2. Boylan leads East first period. Here we go on WPTI Sports. DeCastros out to the top. Then Pelkey. DeCastros over to Guernsey. Guernsey nowhere to go. He's trying to get that baseline. Here comes DeCastros. His shot off the front of the rim. Rebound comes down to Tidwell. Tidwell is an awesome guy in there. Here comes Pelkey. Pelkey shot up, no good. Rebound comes out to the Boylan Titans in a fast-paced ball game. Chad, looks like run and gun from here on out.
Looks like run and gun for East. I think they're taking some poor shots. They're going to have to settle down.
DeCastros over to Pelkey. Then Guernsey, left-hand corner. Trying to squeeze in there. They just can't do it, though. Guernsey swings inside. Pass goes inside to Sonny Roberts. It goes out of bounds. It will go to the E-Rabs.
That's 3 turnovers for the Titans. So far, East hasn't turned the ball over.
So many times we've seen the turnovers play a major factor in ball games. It's 4-2. Titans lead the E-Rabs here at East High School. WPTI Sport. Tidwell. Shot is up, no good. Boy, he's cold tonight. The rebound comes down to the E-Rabs, though, an air ball thrown out by Holt. Rebound comes down to the Titans. Pass break to Castris, up and in. Point to Castris.
Beautiful move.
First 2 points of the night for DeCastris. Happy man right now. Here come the E-Rabs. Anthony Polk. Shot up by the E-Rabs, no good. Ken Mannery, who checked in the ball game earlier, came in and his shot was no good. The Boylan Titans come down with the basketball. Going to weave it around the horn now. Looks like the E-Rabs going to stick with that 2-3 zone. It's been effective for them, but they themselves have only been able to score 2 points so far in the ball game. With 2:52 left in the first period, 2 points, Chad, is not a lot of points to get on the board in that amount of time. Shot is up and in beautifully from the corner. Tim Pelkey.
That's 4 points for him tonight.
East High is not moving well on that zone at all. They really look like they're standing around. They really need some movement on that zone. Boylan's getting too many easy shots.
East is shooting right now 1 for 12 from the field.
My goodness, that is very, very poor as we take a look at Steve Goers sort of disciplining his ball players right now. Boylan Titans lead at 8-2 first period. 2:38 left to go. There is Ike Johnson on the other side, the E-Rab head coach, and he's got to be saying, hey guys, playing great defense, held them to 8 points in the first period, but by golly, we've got to get more than 2 on the board. I guess they say if you have a perfect defense, you can always win a basketball game. Steve Goers, third year, 35 and 35, 500 basketball.
I guess the old saying is a good defense is the best offense.
I guess you have to apply that here. Ike Johnson, of course, has 5 returning lettermen. Saw plenty of action last year, most of them too, and he told us before the game that he feels quite optimistic going into this ball game and also into the rest of the season. They are right behind the Freeport Pretzels with an 8-2 conference record. Freeport 9-1.
They meet tomorrow night.
That's going to be a humdinger.
It'd be a big one down in Freeport.
Yvette Marshall now. He passes in to Anthony Polk. Polk, he gets it over to Mannery. Mannery, shot from the left, no good. Rebound comes down to who? To Castris for the Boylan Titans. Here's the fast break. Nowhere to go. They really squeezed up the seam that time. Guernsey over to Castris again. Bounce pass inside. Turnaround jumper, no good by Roberts. Rebound comes down. Tatro, his shot up and no good. Guernsey gets it, though. 3 shots at the basket. This time, Guernsey almost airballs from 3 feet. 4 times at the basket. Couldn't put it up. Here come the E-Rabs. Couldn't make the basket. Mannery, bomb shot from the corner. Off the glass, no good. Rebound will come down to Polk. Then over to inside shot, no good by Marshall. And the rebound comes down to the Boylan Titans. Some quick basketball, but no points again. Titans now. Going to apply the offensive squeeze to Castris. Inside pass. Roberts, turnaround jumper, no good. He's only a sophomore. Guernsey inside. His shot is up and in, but I think he did. Traveled with the basketball. Another turnover.
You notice East High, when they come down with the ball, they're not working the ball around very much. It looks like every man for himself out there right now. They're going to have to settle down and play some team ball, or they're going to get behind here and not pull this one out.
Polk gets it inside to Madden. Turnaround jumper, no good. Not a lot of arch on the ball. We've got a foul. And they're going to call it on DeCastris, the little 5'11 junior. And so for DeCastris tonight,
his first foul. Only the second team foul for Boylan.
Out of the ball game comes Ken Mannery. And Kelly Starks comes in. Marshall holding on to it. Looking for Polk. Got him. Polk now tries to lean to the left. He goes over to Marshall. Turnaround jumper. No good. Wheels off the rim. And the rebound is put up by Gentry. And his shot is put up by Gentry. He can't make it, but they get the ball back. And that gives them a chance to try to produce a little bit more. Gentry inside to Madden. His shot up and in. Mark Madden, 2 points tonight. They need a lot of scoring out of the big man. It's 8-4. Titans lead the E-Rabs. 51 seconds left to go in this first period. DeCastris over to Guernsey. Guernsey right side. Bomber away. Good.
You'll notice how Boylan works that ball around real well on that against that zone. East High hasn't been doing that.
2 points for Guernsey tonight. They need some scoring out of their big man to make things work for him. Goes out of bounds. Let's see. It will go to East High School. For a moment there, I thought the referee would say it's going to go to green the other way.
Yeah, I do. I think it was, but can't argue about it.
No. Polk will throw it in to Gentry. Polk now brings it out top. Working against man-to-man by the Boylan Titans right now. Polk now trying to wheel it around the right side. Looking for Marshall, can't find him. Then the shot up by Gentry, good, and he's knocked out of the process. But there is no foul. And first 2 points for Gentry tonight. Ball is taken away by the E-Rabs. Beautifully done by Polk. His shot is up and no good. Gets his own rebound. Second one away and good. My goodness, Gentry comes away, or Polk, that is. And for Polk tonight, that's his first 2 points. And the Boylan Titans are going to say, hey, let's call a clamp on this, call a timeout. Suddenly, we find ourselves in a 10-8 ball game. At the end of the first quarter, 10-8. The Boylan Titans still lead the East E-Rabs.
East High scored 6 points in the last 30 seconds. Really going to give them some confidence, I believe, now.
Not too bad if they could keep that average up. We'd have ourselves a humdinger of a ball game as we look at Ike Johnson. 10-8, as you see on your screen. First period. WPTI Sports. This is Brian Wright along with Chad Kaufman and Dave Westman. Look into the huddle now of the East E-Rabs.
Some statistics for the first quarter, Brian. For the Boylan Titans, they shot 5 for 14, 36% from the field. The East E-Rabs shot 4 for 21. That's 19% from the field. Rebounds, Boylan has a 15-11 edge, so they're out rebounding. However, Boylan has 5 turnovers. The East E-Rabs have not turned the ball over yet.
Impressive statistics by Dave Westman. WPTI Sports coverage of the NIC-10. And this gym is just ringing out with enthusiasm. Better crowd than we had last week over at West High.
Much better.
At the center circle, we've got Sonny Roberts, 6'5", against Levette Marshall, 6'1", but boy, can Marshall get up in the air. It is evident right there as he can totally handle the tip. And then we have an over and back call.
The first turnover.
10-8, 7:57 left to go, first half. Ike Johnson says, hey, what's going on? He talks it over with the referee. And I don't think he's going to get anywhere, but the coaches like to talk sometimes.
Well, I think he's saying that his man had the ball both feet, 1 foot across the line, but he handed it back to the man on the other side of the line. You can't do that.
Coming up at halftime, Tommy Meeks, the publisher of Inside the NIC-10. We'll talk about that later. Guernsey, turnaround jumper from the right side. 4 points tonight for Guernsey. The big guy on the inside. Inside to Marshall. Reverse layup up and in. Beautiful shot by Marshall. 2 points for Marshall tonight. He was a big gun last year. Man alive, did he burn the court up. DeCastros now. Leaning inside, Kelly Starks leaned in, trying to get the ball. This time he steals it. Gentry comes up with it for the E-Rabs. Down the yellow brick road. The layup is up and in, but the referee's going to say, hold it, guys. We've got a turnover or foul or something like that. Let's get the official indication.
Looks like East High is going to really start pressing him, and actually East High, I think, has a quicker ball club.
Kelly Starks is into the ball game. He replaces Todd Gentry. Starks a good ball player, no doubt about it. He's at the top of the key right now. Left side shot, up and in by Gentry. Excuse me, he didn't replace Gentry. I think he replaced Anthony Polk, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's correct. So for Gentry tonight, that's his 4th point, and we got a score at the other end by the Boylan Titans.
That was by Guernsey.
Guernsey 6 points tonight. Kelly Starks at the top of the key. And we have Mark Madden. Jumper no good in the middle. And coming down with a rebound is DeCastros. Guernsey just sort of running back and forth between the baseline, trying to get open sometimes. Not doing too bad of a job inside to Roberts. Roberts, turnaround jumper, no good. Air ball goes out of bounds. And it was last touched by Levette Marshall. Into the ball game comes Mike Schutte, and he is going to replace number 34. Here we go, back to the action. Roberts over to Guernsey. Back on top now to Pelkey. Pelkey trying to look in the weak side. The Castros now. The weak side play isn't working too good. They try to swing it around and then quickly get it back while the weak side hasn't recovered yet. It hasn't been working too well tonight, but it's happened every once in a while where things have worked out okay. Guernsey inside to Roberts. Roberts, the big guy, throws the ball away, but he's fouled. They're going to call that on Madden. For Madden tonight, that's his first personal foul. The score is 14-12. Boylan Titans lead the East E-Rabs by 2.
They're going to call that, I believe, instead on Kelly Starks, although it could have very easily been called on Madden.
Kelly Starks in there, too. He picks up the foul. Here comes Guernsey. Looks inside, nowhere to go. They got to keep bringing it back on top, then trying to force it in. It's not working too well. Guernsey, the bomb from the coffin, no good. Rebound, comes down. Guernsey gets it right back. His shot is up and in. Tangle to Twine for the baseline. 6 points tonight for Guernsey. Gentry now. Over to Starks. Starks off the glass, no good. The rebound will come down to who? They fight for it underneath. Madden tries to throw it out. It's Gentry. Gentry up and it finally rolls in. And for Gentry tonight, 6 points. Tough man-to-man defense by the E-Rabs. 16-14. Guernsey, left side, shot up and in. Boy, when he gets hot, watch out.
He's hot now.
8 points for Guernsey tonight, 18-14. 4:50 left to go in the first half. Titans lead the E-Rabs. Sonny Roberts on Gentry. Boy, that's a big mismatch there. Of course, I guess they're into the man-to-man still. Gentry, he gets the turnaround jumper, no good. Tries to force it back, and it comes down to the Castros and the Boylan Titans. Here comes the fast break. He's tripped by Gentry, and they're going to call a tripping foul. Totally unintentional. So for Gentry tonight, first personal foul.
Gentry is trying to go into the middle there, and he's up against a lot bigger boys, and he's got to force those shots up. He better stay out of there.
Little guy has to develop a shot from the outside. Ike Johnson calling a play to the sidelines, or into the court for the defense. The Castros now. Gentry on him real tight. There's the pick by Roberts, and Gentry releases inside. Shot is blocked by the big guy, Mark Madden. Down to the other end comes Gentry. Pass over to Starks. Starks, pull-up pass over to Levette Marshall. Marshall, his shot away, no good. Rebound, Schutte, turnaround jumper, good.
Beautiful play.
First 2 points for Schutte. He's only been in the ball game for a few minutes, 18-16. The Titans still lead the E-Rabs. There's the foul by Kelly Starks, and that was a hustle foul.
That'll be the second foul.
Second foul on Starks.
We haven't had any free throws yet that I recall. It looks like we're going to get our first one here.
First one. Kelly Starks with a foul to the free throw line. Tim Pelkey, 6'1" senior, averaging 11 points per ball game. He has 6 tonight. 18-16. Titans.
East High is playing a very aggressive pressing defense, and they're going to foul more, but they're also going to cause more turnovers, which is going to help them.
Interesting observation. Pelkey shot away. Ricochets in and out. Marshall with the rebound. Outlet pass goes to Gentry. Then down court. He goes out of bounds. Almost. It was saved by Starks, who jumped in there underneath our camera's view. Madden, the big guy, leans inside, and with a foul, Dan Tatro. That's, I believe, first foul for Tatro tonight, isn't it, Dave?
Yes, it is. Only the 4th team foul for the Titans.
18-16. Make that 3:40 left to go in the first half. Tommy Meeks up at halftime. Publisher of the NIC-10 magazine will tell you all about that. And we will also have to be picking a most valuable player for tonight's ball game. Inside pass goes to Madden. Turn around, lead in, good. And then the foul. And Madden tonight, 4 points.
Looks like it's going to be on Roberts, Sonny Roberts.
Sonny Roberts, the big guy. He's only a sophomore, and of course, they thought he was good enough to bring up, and he's done a good job here tonight.
And I think this was after the shot, so it should be a 1-on-1.
1-on-1, boy, what an interesting situation. That can't happen. You can't get 4 points on something like that. But to the free throw line is Schutte. Now, I don't believe
he wasn't the one who shot the ball.
No.
No, he's shooting a 1-on-1. He was away from the play.
Schutte has 2 points tonight. Shot is up and good for Schutte. See Mark Madden, 6'6" senior, averaging 11 points per ball game. Second shot by Schutte, good. He got 2 of them there. So he's got 4 points on the night. Suddenly it's 20-18. The E-Rabs take the lead for the first time of the ball game on the Boylan Titans. Guernsey, wrong man to be bringing it down. I don't know how that situation got invoked, but they had to change it around real quick, like to Castros now. The East E-Rabs go into a man-to-man defense. A tight man-to-man, too. Squeaky tight. The inside drive and shot up by Pelkey. Good. Pelkey. So for Pelkey tonight,
8 points.
8 points.
He's a leading scorer.
Starks over to Gentry. Gentry, the shot away. Good.
That's where he should be shooting from.
Yeah, he's very effective there. 8 points tonight for Pelkey. The Castros bringing it down, almost double dribbled when he looked in the eyes of Starks. He's a quick little ball player. Lob inside to Roberts. Sonny Roberts, shot away. Just barely rolls in and out. And the foul over the back, going to call it on Madden.
Good call by the ref.
Second personal foul on Madden tonight. First personal foul. A 1-on-1 situation. Titans huddle up at the free throw line. To the free throw line is Tatro. Dan Tatro, 6'4" senior, averaging 9 points per ball game. 22-20. E-Rabs lead the Titans. 2:32 left to go till halftime. Tatro shot away, no good off the glass. Madden with the rebound, maybe angry at the foul that he just committed. Kelly Starks brings it down the timeline. Levette Marshall, shot away. Good, nothing but twine. 4 points for Marshall tonight.
He's their leading scorer, and they need some scoring out of him.
24-20. Shot up, and beautifully done by Tim Pelkey. 10 points tonight for Pelkey. Kelly Starks over to Gentry. Starks gets it back. Gentry, he's been real hot in there. Then Madden, his shot is blocked. Rebound comes down to Gentry. A lot of times Gentry is hot from there, and if he can't make the shot, well, he'll pass it inside to Madden. And Chad, that's been very effective tonight.
Very effective.
Shot up by Pelkey, no good.
Very effective, and that's what Gentry should do. He has tried to go under a couple of times. You just stay out and feed the big men.
Here comes Gentry. He's it over to Marshall. Inside pass to Madden, the big guy. Tries to lean inside. His shot no good. Hasn't been real effective underneath thus far in the ballgame. Pelkey with the rebound. He brings it all the way down the court. On him like glue is Kelly Starks. Guernsey. Pelkey. Back to Roberts. And away from the camera, 3-second view. Into the ballgame, yeah, is Tuck Hobson. And he comes in for Levette Marshall.
That turnover was the 8th turnover by the Boylan Titans. He still only has 1 turnover.
Impressive basketball by the E-Rabs here tonight, who have come back dramatically. Inside to Madden. Madden shot away. Just, oh boy, their tornado goes in. Madden, 6 points tonight. 26-22, 51 seconds till halftime. Pelkey against Starks. Gets it across the timeline. DeCastros leans inside, tries to maneuver himself inside into the lane. It wouldn't go. He gets it back now. Inside pass to Roberts. And I think Gentry's called for pushing off or Schutte. Either one. Yeah, they're going to call it on Schutte. And for Schutte tonight, his first personal foul, number 44. 26-22.
Looks like it was on somebody from Boylan.
It was on Tatro. That's his second foul. It must have been some type of pushing foul.
Okay, they called number 44, the official, right off the bat. And they discussed it a little bit, or either they meant that Schutte was going to shoot. Let's see how Schutte can shoot here. 38 seconds left to go till halftime. 26-22. E-Rabs lead it here. They just got the lead a few moments ago. Schutte to the free throw line. Averaging only 3.4 points per ball game. As you can see it on your screen, His shot away and good. He's well above his average tonight. He's got 5 points.
And he's 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
Greg Kleitz comes in for the Boylan Titans, and he replaces Dan Tatro. Kleitz, 6'4" junior, averaging 5 points per ball game. Meantime, Schutte at the free throw line. Let's see what the charity stripe can come up with this time. Shot away, beautiful arc, and it rolls in with a soft touch. 6 on the night for Schutte. Where's the safety glasses? Guernsey, caught in the corner. That's why they call it the coffin corner, because you can't get out of there sometime. De Castris drive off the glass, good, high off the glass.
Good drive.
4 points tonight for De Castris. 28, 24, 16 seconds left till halftime. The ball is almost taken away by Pelkey. But it still goes to the E-Rabs. Kelly starts. 10 seconds left to go. 28-24. Madden, he's playing at the wing right now. They bring the big guy out so they can get it to him. Madden, he'll take the shot from anywhere and does, and usually misses from way out there, as he did that time. So at the end of the first half, the score 28-24. The E-Rabs, they lead the Boylan Titans. They gain the score very late in the second period. And when we come back, we'll talk about the stats, and we'll also talk with Tommy Meeks, the publisher of Inside the NIC-10. We'll be back after this.
Rockford is moving into a whole new frontier of sights and sounds. Come join an exciting adventure in television participation. Recognized as the first in the country to develop such a cablecasting station, WPTI Channel 10 is designed just for you. Locally produced entertainment, new educational directions, and information on and about your community. For a way you can help, call WPTI Cable 10. We're small enough to know you, but large enough to serve you.
A different situation here at halftime with WPTI Sports. We have a sort of a halftime festivity with the cheerleaders doing their, boy, that is a strange situation. Up in the booth with us is Tommy Meeks. The score here is 28-24. The East E-Rabs leads the Boylan Titans. The Flashlight Girls are down at mid-court there in sort of an interesting situation. Maybe the camera can get on that. Tommy Meeks is the publisher for a brand new magazine called Inside the NIC-10, and he's up with us here this evening on the NIC-10 Game of the Week. Tommy, thanks for joining us here tonight.
Well, I'm happy to be here. First of all, I'd like to thank WPTI and Aunt Mary's Restaurant for making this possible for me to be here.
Okay, Tommy, your magazine is brand new. Where did you get the idea for it?
Well, I really created it myself. I was a substitute teacher for about 3 years here, and I decided that a newspaper would be needed to cover sports and academic information a little bit more in depth.
Now, I know that other cities across the country that I have read about high school sports, somebody like yourself has gone to the trouble and gone to maybe the pleasure of putting together a magazine surrounding the high school sports, because sometimes it doesn't get the press or the ink that it deserves.
That's very true. We try to cover as many athletes as we can, plus we try to cover academics, arts and sciences, theaters, everything that's going on within the school system.
What do you think about the NIC-10 conference this year, Tommy? Been a lot of press about it in the Rockford paper, where they have stated, and I'm not saying they're cutting down the NIC-10, but they have stated that possibly this is a down year for the NIC-10 compared to their records against other teams outside of the conference. I mean, after all, you look back and you see the Stretch Robinsons, you see the Andre Goods, and you see the big men of the league, the Olisons, and whatever the case may be, some fantastic ball players. This year, you don't have any real spectacular ball players, but do you think that credits a down year in the NIC-10, actually?
Well, I don't really look at it as a down year. A lot of these guys are trying to do the best they can, and some of them will go pretty far if they just receive an opportunity.
Tell us some of the things about your paper that you'd like to express to us tonight.
One thing I'd like to say, we distribute papers to all the high schools in the NIC-10 conference. I have student reporters placed in every high school, and I'd like to name off those students because they're doing an excellent job for me.
Go ahead.
At Hononegah, I have Bob Olson. At Boylan, I have Elisa King and Joan Kelly. At Jefferson, I have Angie Dickinson. At West, I have Michelle Young. At Auburn, I have Pete Brace. Freeport, I have Mark Dieselmeyer. And at Harlem, I have Carla Day. At Guilford, I have Craig Warman and Rita Versendorf. At Belvedere, I have Kurt Gibson. And at East, I have Amy Middleton and Scotty Milburn.
Okay, those people do an excellent job for you, as I saw the first edition. What if somebody listening and watching right now says, you know, I'm really interested in that. I don't have a kid in school right now, but I really love high school sports. Is there any way they can get on a mailing list or a location where they can pick up your paper, Tommy?
Yes, it is. All you have to do is contact a student that's going to one of the NIC-10 schools, and they can bring one of the papers home free. Within that paper, we have a subscription blank for $12 a year for everyone that's interested to send in and help support the paper.
And you have different establishments that are helping you in the cost of this paper, undoubtedly.
Yes, I really do. I'd like to talk about some of my advertisers. Anger's Jewelry, Tom Harmer's, Optical Center, Supreme Court, Hollywood Dining Center, Rockford Office Supply, Rockford Park District, Mrs. Fisher's Potato Chips, Roma Bakeries, Rockford Fisheries, and AYSO.
And, of course, tonight we will have a brand new feature. Tonight's MVP award is brought to you by the brand new NIC-10 magazine and Aunt Mary's Restaurant on East State Street, where you can get a meal any time of the day. They're open 24 hours, and this is going to be exciting to have a most valuable player for tonight's ball game, and they will get a courtesy free meal for two, the most valuable player for tonight, so that's going to put an extra incentive.
That's correct. And also I have some continuous advertisers as Liam Bruni's Italian Village, Colonial Bread, Headquarters, AAA, Rideouts Printing, and the United States Air Force.
Tommy Meeks, thank you very much for joining us here at halftime.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's Tommy Meeks, the publisher for the brand new magazine Inside the NIC-10. And let's see what really happened
Okay.
the first half here. Dave Westman, our statistician, with all the stats and figures for today's ball game.
Okay, we'll try to give you some quick statistics here. As you know, the score is the East E-Rabs 28, the Boylan Titans 24. From the field, it was East E-Rabs 12 for 36, shooting 33%. The Boylan Titans doing somewhat better, 12 for 27, 44% from the field. Free throws, we didn't really have too many in the first half. East shot 4, they made all 4 for 100%. Boylan Titans shot 2, they didn't make any. Team foul situation, 6 apiece. The rebounds and turnovers tell a little bit of a story, Brian. The visiting Titans had 23 rebounds to East 17, so they out-rebounded what I think is a taller East High squad, if I'm not mistaken.
It sure is.
The turnover situation was just the opposite. Boylan turning the ball over 9 times to 1 time, as you can see on the screen for the East E-Rabs. Top scorers for both teams, we have for the Boylan Titans, Pelkey with 10 points, Guernsey with 8, and DeCastries with 4. For the East E-Rabs, the leading scorers are Gentry with 8, and Schuttle and Madden both have 6 apiece. 6 apiece. Marshall came in with 4.
Think we're going to have to get more scoring from the big men underneath or not?
Well, I think it'll probably be a good idea to work it down into the big men. I think Madden is, especially for the E-Rabs, is one that they should get the ball into a lot more than they have.
Chad Koff with the defense for both teams. They've been playing real well and playing a clean defense, too, as we saw on the screen just a moment ago. Not too much free throw shooting here in the first half.
No, I think the difference in the game so far is when East High came out in that pressing man-to-man full court defense, really surprisingly with the turnovers, only 1 for East High, you'd think East High would have a bigger advantage. But that score is indicative of the fact that East High had such a poor first period shooting. But they came back that second half, and if they keep their pressure defense on, East High could open this game up.
Other games going on tonight in the NIC-10, some big basketball games. Hononegah at Auburn, Freeport travels to Belvedere, West at Guilford, Jefferson goes to Harlem. And here we've got some real big ones coming up Saturday afternoon. Harlem goes to Belvedere, and then we have East at Freeport. The two teams, top teams in the conference, Freeport with a 9-1 record, 12-5 overall, and the East E-Rabs with an 8-2 record, 8-7 overall. They will hammer it out tomorrow afternoon. Score here, 28-24 at halftime. The E-Rabs lead the Boylan Titans. And what a game we have coming up here in this second half. Ready to fly now. 28-24, chalk up 8 more minutes on the board. Levant Marshall at the center circle. He will jump against Madden. Against Sonny Roberts. And coming down with it, the Boylan Titans. You know what people don't realize, a lot of times when you go second half and start shooting at a different basket, there is an adjustment to be made. Although they look identical, there is always something a little bit different. A net, a rim shade, or something like that. Turnaround jumper by Sonny Roberts, up and good.
Boylan looks like they're going to try to work the ball into the big men now.
Here come the E-Rabs. Inside pass to Madden, the big guy. Good. Mark Madden. For Madden tonight, 8 points, and it looks right off the bat, Dave, that they're going to try to work it inside of the big man a little bit more and get some points.
Well, that's, of course, what they should be trying to do, and so far both teams are doing it.
Pelkey over to Castris. Then inside to Tatro. Tatro gets caught in the middle. The hook shot, the left-handed hook, good. Tatro. 2 points tonight. His first two he's chalked up. 30-28. Third period. Madden gets it inside, then over to Schutte, who starts the second half. Off the glass, rolls in and out, and they're going to call it on Gentry, I believe, who really went up at an angle. Instead of going straight up, he leaned inside. So for Gentry tonight, second personal foul. Of course, go ahead.
They keep working the ball inside. Of course, that's going to open up your outside shooting, and both teams are capable of shooting from outside.
Guernsey inside to Sonny Roberts. The tall, lanky one puts it up and in. Sonny Roberts, 6 points tonight. 30-30, and knotted up ball game with 6:32 left to go in the third period. Marshall, the reverse layup, up no good. Madden tried to tip it away. Schutte has it up and in. Schutte, the guy has come off and played a great game here. 8 points tonight. Pelkey out top, gets it back. He's got it free from the corner. Shot no good. Bounces in and out. Roberts with the rebound. He puts it up and in. Sonny Roberts. 8 points tonight. Boy, the reserves are really doing, not the reserves basically, but the big men are really putting on a show here. Schutte with the hustle-up rebound, knocks it back in. It goes out of bounds. It will go to the Boylan Titans. Good call by the referee. 32-32.
Schutte's coming off the bench and played a real fine ball game.
Might earn him a starting position. Ike Johnson is like that. He will not hesitate on pulling a ball player out. The Casters tries to drive the middle. No place to go. Guernsey now leans inside of the tall, lanky one. Roberts, he traveled with the basketball. 1 too many steps for the big guy. Levette Marshall comes out of the ball game, and Tuck Hobson stays in. Gentry. The shot is away from about 15 feet to left side and no good. Who was that?
I think Madden's going to be called with a reaching over foul.
Anthony Polk was the one who put it up.
That's Madden's second.
So Madden called with a foul. Second personal foul for Madden. Still not in the bonus situation. Pelkey now looks into this man-to-man defense. You can see what it would look like if you were a defensive player on the screen. Inside pass. Into Sonny Roberts. A shot is blocked.
Excellent pick and roll to put the little man on the big man. That was an excellent play by Boylan there.
32-32. The action is somewhat slowed down a little bit here at East High School. WPTI Sports.
That's Todd Gentry's third foul. He's the first one to go into foul trouble.
The Casters way out top. Gentry on him like glue. Put them both in baggies, they still wouldn't get any closer. Inside to Roberts. His shot up good. Sonny Roberts.
He has 8 points in the second half alone.
Got 10 on the night. Gentry, he thought about it. Does. Shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Pelkey. 34-32. The Titans take the lead again. Pelkey, I thought he was going to take it all the way that time. Didn't. Tatro out to Guernsey. Guernsey, his shot away. Good. Mike Guernsey.
Boylan has really come out aggressive in the second half. They're moving the ball around well. They're getting underneath the boards. And they're starting to shoot from out well, too.
They're shooting 6 for 7 in the second half, which is pretty good clip.
Guernsey, 10 points tonight. Only average going into this game, 10 points per ball game. So he's ahead of that already. It right now is 36-32. Titans have taken the lead over the E-Rabs, and there is Ike Johnson telling his players, hey, listen, we just blew it. Got to get back into things. There is Steve Goers, head coach for the Boylan Titans, talking things over. Yeah, we'd like to thank our friends at the Stadium Lounge across the ballpark on 15th Avenue in the city of Rockford for helping WPTI-TV bring you this basketball game and many, many more to come. The Stadium Lounge is the place where sports-minded people take time out to view total sports. Maybe the Stadium Lounge fits your bill. Why not stop in and try their variety of scrumptious burgers? In fact, they are the home of the Stadium Burger. 36-32. Titans lead the E-Rabs. Come back to take the lead here in the second half. Hobson out top. Polk and Hobson, the two quarterbacks right now. Hobson wanted to drive but couldn't do it. Ball's tied up inside, but Madden with the strength holds on and put it in. 10 points tonight for Mark Madden. Ball's taken away. Beautifully the layup up and in right side by Anthony Polk. For Polk tonight, 4 points. And we've got a call. What is it? Oh, he's called with a charge, is it?
No, foul on...
Well, it was Polk who made the layup, and I think he might have charged on that one. So they commit the foul to Polk. That's his first personal foul tonight. Guernsey will throw it in for the Boylan Titans, 36 all, with 3:46 left to go in the third period. Got a foul, another foul.
That's going to be on number 20, it looks like, Hobson, his second foul.
Must have been away from the ball then. I was watching.
We're in the 1-and-1 situation,
1-and-1
too.
already, 36-36. So in the first half, that free throws didn't mean a whole heck of a lot. Suddenly in the second half, things have changed. Could break the tie here. DeCastris at the free throw line. They shot away. Good. 5 points for DeCastris tonight. DeCastris averages 7.5 points per ball game. He's creeping up on that now. 5'11", 160-pound junior. DeCastris, second shot away. Good. Barely rolls in. 6 points for DeCastris. He breaks the tie. 38-36. Titans lead the E-Rabs. Polk over to Madden. Try to hit Levette Marshall inside. Couldn't find it. Inside to Marshall. He's standing at the free throw line. He just can't get the penetration. He's really shot up from last year. He was a little smaller last year. Marshall gets it. Shot up and good. And let me tell you something. When Levette Marshall can turn on the power and get the eyes on the basket, get everything beamed in just right, you can't stop him. He's unbelievable. Inside pass to Tatro. Tatro can't make the layup. Rebound will come down too. They fight for it. There's going to be a foul. And it's a judgment call that time, Chad. Both players running for the basketball. They each have a right for it.
I think the Boylan player was leaning in a little too much there. I got called for the foul.
I think that was Tatro, wasn't it?
I believe it was. Stan Tatro.
If it was, it's his third foul.
Polk inside to Madden. Madden sort of somehow taking the high post position. Now he goes back down there.
I think that last foul was on Pelkey.
Oh, it was. Okay.
A shot. Beautiful. Hobson. His first 2 points of the ball game. The reserves for the E-Rabs are phenomenal. They do a great job. It's 40-38. The Rabs have the lead right now. Red and black. Inside pass shot by DeCastris. He is fouled. Didn't catch who the foul was on. But the huddle at the free throw line. 40-38. E-Rabs regain the lead here at East High School. 2:33 left to go in the third period. DeCastros at the free throw line. He's got 6 points tonight. Shot away, good. Chalk up 7. Walks away from the line and takes a breath of fresh air. DeCastros averaging 7.5 points per ball game. He's just about there. Missed that one. Gets his own rebound. So DeCastros could be responsible for a lot of points here. Guernsey, top of the key. Round the corner to Sonny Roberts. DeCastros, the bomber, good! 9 points for DeCastros, and there's a foul away from the ball with a basket count. Yes, it does, says the referee.
It's on number 43 for Boylan.
That'd be Tatro.
4 fouls for Tatro, 3 fouls for Tatro. Got a substitution for the Boylan Titans. Greg Kleitz comes in. Here come the E-Rabs now. Polk over to Hobson. To Levette Marshall. Posting high. Levette thought about it. There, the shot away, up and no good by Hobson. Foul is going to be called on Hobson. A little bit too much hustle that time.
And that's 4 fouls for him.
4 fouls on Hobson.
Awful close foul there. Both kids were going for the ball.
41-40. Going to have another substitution here. Keith Hightower comes in for the E-Rabs. He's a 5'8 junior, 150 pounds. DeCastros to the free throw line. Shot up, no good. Levette Marshall, who seems to be taking a little bit more charge of the ball game. I thought going into tonight's game that he would be the catalyst for all the things happening. DeCastros was sort of a, well, not a real smart foul. He reached in to grab the ball, and he probably shouldn't have. Second foul on DeCastros.
Really starting to call him close now.
Yeah, which is surprising. Well, in a tight ball game, I don't know. It's every call is a big one. 41-40. Titans lead the E-Rabs. Polk over to Hightower. No relation to Darrell Hightower, who played on the team last year.
Got 3 seconds.
Another 3-second violation. That's the second one tonight for the Titans.
East High.
Or, excuse me.
It's easy to get mixed up.
Yeah, for East High. Here come the Titans. Guernsey, shot away, no good. Madden going to hustle over to try to grab it. 2 players on it. Thought they might call a jump ball quick like there, but that would have had to have been a quick whistle. And for the lineup for the Titans comes Al Angel, 6'2 junior. Shot away, no good. Poor selection by Anthony Polk, but Madden comes down with a rebound. He misses it, gets his own rebound, 3 shots at the basket, and he stepped on the baseline that time. Or was he fouled? He was fouled on that. Referee pointed right down to that line.
Good hustle by Madden. Followed his own shot. They teach you to do that. A lot of kids don't, but that was good hustle on his part.
E-Rabs have had many shots at the basket tonight. More than just one. Usually they get a shot and that's it. 41-40. Titans lead the E-Rabs. Minute 3. Madden's shot good.
It's 11 points for him this evening.
How many times has he been to the line tonight?
This is only his first time, so it's
I
1 for 1.
I don't remember him missing the free throw tonight. He did there, though. Whistle blows. He goes to the Titans. Someone stepped into the lane a little bit too early. Guernsey will throw it in. Gets it over to Angel. Al Angel, 6'2 junior. Almost gets the ball taken away. DeCastros gets the pass. Titans appear to be slowing things down just a little bit, or maybe just to get a feel on things. Guernsey, baseline drive. The shot is up, no good. He got fouled in the play by Levette Marshall. Second personal foul on Levette tonight. Interesting thing the Titans do before anybody shoots a free throw, as you saw just there. huddle up at the free throw line together.
Boylan's playing a very intelligent third quarter. They're really moving that ball underneath, drawing the fouls, trying to get the short shot.
Been effective for him. Guernsey, shot no good. 41-41. Are we looking at overtime, guys? I don't know.
Third week in a row we've had a real barn burner.
48 seconds left to go, third period. Guernsey going to try to make the 50%er out of it. He does. So for Guernsey tonight, 11 points. Kelly starts for the E-Rabs. 42-41. You see it on your screen. And now you're going right into the heart of the Boylan Titan defense. Now we bring it back out top. Start, top of the key, Levette Marshall. Ball high above the head. Starts. Pass right side over to... Didn't even see who that was. That was Hightower. His shot was no good.
No good.
42-41, 19 seconds left to go. Titans lead the E-Rabs here. Ball almost taken away by Levette Marshall, but Guernsey holds on to it. DeCastros holds on out top. I wonder if he has the vision on the clock. Yes, he does. DeCastros shot away, no good. Rebound comes down to Mark Madden. They've got 2 seconds. One, they will not get a shot away. So at the end of the third period, the score 42-41. The Boylan Titans lead the East E-Rabs. We will be back after this.
Rockford is moving into a whole new frontier of sights and sounds. Come join an exciting adventure in television participation. Recognized as the first in the country to develop such a cablecasting station, WPTI Channel 10 is designed just for you. Locally produced entertainment, new educational directions, and information on and about your community. For a way you can help, call WPTI Cable 10. We're small enough to know you, but large enough to serve you.
The East E-Rabs seesaw battle here. As you see the assistant coach for the Titans chalk it up. Let's chalk up 8 more minutes. And we are into the fourth period now. See the crowd here looking over their portfolios of tonight's ball game. Ike Johnson says, let's get it together, guys.
Tell you one thing, this crowd doesn't lack is spirit. They really...
They're
really supportive of this home team here.
They like their round ball.
Hey, Boylan's got a pretty big contingency of fans here, too.
They sure do.
Fourth quarter center circle jump. Going to be Sonny Roberts against Mark Madden. Tip-offs are always important, especially when you go into a fourth quarter. And with only a 1-point lead or only 1 point down. Tip is controlled by the E-Rabs. Ken Mannery in now for the E-Rabs. He has the ball right now. He pumps the shot away. No good. And jump ball. Levette Marshall and Guernsey. Levette Marshall a little bit shorter than Guernsey, but I would almost bet that he wins the jump here. He can really sky up there. Got springs in the tennies.
East High has really been taking some poor shots the last few minutes here.
And Levette wins the tip. Starts. Madden. Turnaround jumper. No good. Sonny Roberts with the lanky arms gets the rebound. I don't think he jumped that time. Just threw the big claw up there. Guernsey. Pelkey. Back over to DeCastros, and he is deadly from the side.
He has 7 points this half, 11 for the game.
And
I think we're going to have a foul on number 31, Roberts.
Sonny Roberts.
I think. We'll see here. No.
The official comes over. 44-41. Titans lead the E-Rabs. 7:19 left to go in the ball game. Never did figure out what that call was.
Well, it was a foul, it looks like, instead on the East E-Rabs Tidwell.
Tidwell tonight, I believe that's his only first
should
foul.
be only his second foul.
Second foul. Going to come down to the wire tonight.
Castries already shot 5 times from the line. He's 3 for 5.
What's that, 75%?
60. Come
60,
on, Brian.
excuse me, where am I? Shot up, nothing but twine from the line. That's why I've got you keeping stats, Dave.
Dave, is East in the 1-on-1 yet?
No, they aren't, I don't believe.
Doesn't matter when DeCastros is shooting, because he usually makes it. This time he does. 13 points. Levette Marshall now gets it down quickly to Starks. Starks pulls up and says, let's set up the play. Hightower to Madden. 46-41, fourth period. Titans lead it. Inside to Madden. The scooper, no good. Rolls in and out. Levette Marshall with the second tip. Good. That is determination. Levette Marshall missed it the first time, stayed up in the air and tipped it right back in. Pelkey now, fast breaking it, holds up. Guernsey inside to Sonny. Sonny can't find the range. Rebound comes down. Beautiful tip by Starks. Here comes Levette Marshall. Tip off to Hightower.
That was a beautiful pass and beautiful defense on Boylan's part there.
46-43. Titans lead it by 3. 6:43 left to go. Starks will throw it inbounds underneath their own basket. And the shot is away by Hightower. No good. Poor shot selection going down the stretch. Ball almost taken away, but the Titans hold on to it. This time, Schutte comes away with it. He stepped on the line. It will go to the Titans. Boy, this Schutte character's come off and done a great job here in the second half.
He's provided some great hustle for East High. He's basically kept them in this game.
Guernsey slaps the ball. Lob over to Pelkey. Pelkey, the 6'1 senior. And we've got a timeout call. 6:25 left to go in the game. 46-43. The Boylan Titans lead in the contest, and the crowd definitely comes alive. Time to start thinking about most valuable player here. But it's really hard to call it right now because we've got several key ball players. We've got Schutte. Schutte, who's come off and done a great job. And DeCastros done an amazing job for the Boylan Titans, so we're going to have to hang on to it for a while. Food for tonight's technical crew has been provided by the Hungry Hobo, 3929 Broadway. Much thanks to all of you for a fine job.
Just some statistics for the second half so far. The Boylan Titans are shooting 8 for 13 in the second half. That's a 62% clip from the field. Very good shooting. East E-Rabs, on the other hand, have got off more shots. They've shot 21 times, but they've only connected on 7. That's 33%.
You look into the huddle now. First you saw the Titans. Now you see Ike Johnson. I'm thinking about this most valuable player arrangement. You got to look at Mark Madden, too, for East High School.
Right.
DeCastros for Boylan. (46-43). Titans lead it.
DeCastros has played an outstanding second half here.
We just can't call it right now. Gonna have to wait. Definitely Schutte would be the surprise of tonight's ball game. Guernsey will throw it into DeCastros. And I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't try to slow him up a little bit. Spread it out. Mannery, heavy pressure on Pelkey. Now Starks does the same thing to DeCastros. Levette Marshall, carbon copy on Guernsey. Ball goes off the face of Pelkey, out of bounds, and it will go to who? The East E-Rabs.
Costly turnover, Brian.
My goodness. Starks will throw it into Madden, who will give it right back. Kelly Starks. Over to Mannery. Starks gets it back now. Looking for Levette. Instead, Mannery puts it up from the top. Bad shot selection. Schutte almost came up with a rebound, and it will go to the East E-Rabs. I don't know what Mannery's doing, putting up the bomb shot in times like this. Kind of like spending money on a new car during the Depression. You just don't do those things.
I think Ike Johnson's upset about it, too. He doesn't.
He would be about that, too. The Titans steal it. DeCastros down the yellow brick road. LaVarsko gets it back. Marshall has it. Down the other end. Another fast break. Over to Schutte. Schutte, no good. Oh, my goodness. What action we have here. Mannery holds it up. Smart play. Oh, Schutte almost brought sight to the E-Rabs that time. Hightower shot no good. Beautiful block. As Sonny Roberts comes down with a rebound.
Another poor shot by East High.
Can't understand it. Foul. Madden. That's 3 personal fouls on Madden.
Looks like all these kids from East High, they all want to win it themselves.
Yeah, and you can't do it that way. It's a team effort. It's not wrestling. Madden, 3 personal fouls on the night. He's got 11 points. And he averages 11.1, so he's right there. 5:20 left to go in the game. The Castros come up with a number of steals in this final period.
He's shooting good from the free throw line, too. 5 for 7.
He's been one of the big difference in the second half for Boylan.
The Castros shot up, no good. Rebound by Guernsey as he gets tipped away. Here comes Mallory. Lob to Starks. Starks won't pump it. Brings it back on top. They've got to get some points. They've got plenty of time, though. Here comes Lavette Marshall. And tries to get it back on top and does. Almost taken away by Sonny Roberts. Mallory, Starks, top of the key. Over to Lavette Marshall. Starks from the free throw line, no good. Rebound, Mallory. Mallory dribbles on the ground, and he traveled with it. I don't agree with that call. He threw it down and hit the leg of Guernsey, but nevertheless, that's what happened.
I think East is playing like there's only a minute left in the game. They're just taking all sorts of wild shots, and heck, they got plenty of time left.
That is hard to understand.
They've been taking 4 shots the whole second half.
Pelkey brings it down court. Stanley Tinall comes into the ball game for the E-Rabs. He's number 23. Guernsey with it. They don't want to make anything go in a hurry here. Pelkey inside to Roberts. Roberts goes to the corner. Shot up and in! Holy cow! Sonny Roberts.
12 points.
Boylan has really been working that ball in well in the second half.
Sonny Roberts, another guy you have to think about. Schutte gets the inside pass. Really leans in there. And boy, it looked like a charge, but DeCastris is called with a defensive foul. That's number 3 for DeCastris tonight. Schutte goes to the free throw line. It's 48-43, biggest point lead tonight, I believe, for the Boylan Titans. 5-point lead, 4:14 left to go. Mike Schutte, 6'4", 200-pound senior. Point average 3.4, but my goodness, he's
got 8 points
tonight.
He's got 4 points from the free throw line. He's perfect from the line so far.
Get the free ones.
Really thought that was a poor call by the official. The defensive man really had position, and Schutte really just forced himself into him.
Oh, I questioned the last couple of calls, too, when they called the traveling on E-Rabs. Schutte from the line. Good. 9 points for Schutte tonight. There you see the Hawaiian hula hoops, or whatever you call those things that they had at halftime. Schutte. Second shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Sonny Roberts. Pulls it out of there. Here comes Pelkey. 48-44, 4:08 left to go. Marshall went for the stealer. Here comes DeCastris. DeCastris has to get it back on top to Pelkey. Guernsey now holds on to it. Heavy man-to-man pressure by the E-Rabs, but they really haven't forced a whole lot of turnovers on the part of the Boylan Titans.
Only 3 in the second half.
Heavy pressure. Titans, they don't care if they don't get any a lot of points right now. They just want to keep the ball. Inside, lob pass to Roberts. Back out top to Pelkey. Drives inside, shot up and in! Pelkey!
That's his first 2 in the second half. He had 10 in the first half.
12 in the game. Timeout for the East E-Rabs. Holy moly, 50-44. The Boylan Titans open up a 6-point lead with 3:26 left to go in the game. The biggest lead in the ball game. What a better time for the Titans to have it. Mike Johnson a little bit worried now. He's been in this position before, though, Chad.
I'm sure he has, but I'm very impressed with the way Boylan has really been working that ball around well. Their coach Gores seem to instill in them that they can work the ball in, get the easy shot, and that's what they've been doing. And just the opposite, East High has been taking some poor shot selection.
Sure have. Mike Johnson, the head coach of the E-Rabs, has a career record of 100 wins, 51 losses. And this season, his guys are riding second place in the conference with an 8-2 record. Second only, of course, to the Freeport Pretzels. And Coach Johnson had a great privilege this year of having 5 returning lettermen that saw plenty of action last year. And he told us before the game that he feels quite optimistic going into this game and into the rest of the season. They're head on with the Pretzels.
We've been talking about DeCastries today. He's the game's leading scorer at this point. He has 13 points. Might be a consideration for player of the game.
Definitely.
I'm wondering if East High isn't looking ahead, or at least in the beginning wasn't looking ahead to tomorrow night.
They could be. Tough playing 2 big ball games back-to-back. Marshall, 20 feet, good! Lavette Marshall, 10 points tonight. It is 50-46. 4-point lead for the Titans. E-Rabs put on the full court pressure. The Castros way out top. Now the E-Rabs come back. If you look at Steve Gores, very concerned man right now. Pelkey, his shot is away. Good! Pelkey! 14 points for Pelkey tonight. 52-46. Marshall's shot no good. Comes down off his foot. But they don't call the kicking, and the Titans come down with it. Here comes Pelkey. The ball almost taken away. Guernsey at the top. The Castros now. Boy, the time is winding down. The Castros, beautiful shot.
That's 15.
15 points for the Castros tonight. Lavette Marshall, 15 feet, left side, no good. Rebound comes down to Guernsey. 54-46. 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Titans lead it.
You may see them sit on the ball right now.
They've got the spread them out offense. Seen it many times in practice. Inside to Sonny Roberts, leads in, shot up, good. Traveled with the basketball. Very few turnovers in this ball game.
Boylan's trying to get a timeout here.
And they're going to get it too. So at the 2-minute warning, if you want to call it that, 54-46, the Boylan Titans lead here over the East E-Rabs. My goodness. Steve Gores, head coach for the Titans, he finds himself right in the middle of the pack in the NIC-10 with a 5-6 record. And he had 4 returning lettermen this year, and Coach Gores carries with him a career record of 175 wins, 109 losses. And, of course, he's coached at many different places, over at Harvard High School, LaSalle, Peru. But 3 years here with Boylan, he has a 35-35 record. And he told us before the ball game that his players are really hungry to win. But the problem is that he thinks the question is that they question their ability to win. He says that definitely has to be solved here tonight, and it looks like they're doing it quite well.
What do you think Coach Gores is telling them there, Chad, in the huddle?
Well, I think he's probably telling them, of course, you know, basic things. Watch your turnovers, play good defense, and when you get the ball back on offense, let's spread it out. And, if you get the easy shot, fine. Otherwise, let's hold the ball.
Or the other option is he's saying if you lose this game, you're going to run so many wind sprints you can't handle it anymore. I hope he doesn't watch his telecast. He might have me running those wind sprints. Here they come now. Anthony Polk. He gets it over to Hobson. His shot away. No good. Rebound. Oh!
That was by Tidwell.
Tidwell came in there with the big arms and put it up and in. Tidwell tonight. First 2 points. 54-48. A minute 42 left to go. De Castris. He's got my vote for tonight's most valuable player. Sonny Roberts. It's the ball taken away. Comes down to the E-Rabs. Long pass over to Tidwell. The ball out of bounds. They needed that basket. They needed that basket. Oh, so desperately to get back into the ball game. 54-48. A minute 21 left to go. Turnover. Not a lot of them so far tonight. However, enough to really hurt.
Turnovers at the wrong time.
Yeah. Pelkey looking to get it across the timeline, just gets it there before the 10-second clock winds down. De Castris.
They're just going to hold the ball, looks like.
No problem. There's a foul. Anthony Polk.
That's 2 for him.
Going to talk with both coaches after the ball game, hopefully.
They've got the wrong man up at the free throw line. Those good old Mr. De Castris again.
About time for us to vote for that most valuable player. We'll tell you who that is in just moments. At the free throw line is the main man tonight, De Castris. Up and in.
16 points.
16 points for DeCastros. 55-48. DeCastros at the free throw line. The Titans lead, and he's going to put some icing on the cake, hopefully here for him. Yes, DeCastros. 17 points on the night. At the other end, Levette Marshall, the shot up and good, and a foul. Charging, I believe it is.
No, they're going to call it, I think, on, well, yes, you're right. I guess you're right, Brian. I thought they were going to call it on Pelkey there for a second.
I'm surprised there's been so little production out of Marshall tonight. He looks like a good ball player.
Oh, he
with a lot
really
of
is.
talent.
He really is a great ball player. And I don't know what's he's averaging 13.2 points per ball game.
He has 12 tonight.
12 tonight. So I guess he's not too far off his average. But I can remember last year watching him play many times, and seemed to have his head more in the game.
Yeah, he just doesn't look like he's been in this game at all tonight.
Pelkey, away, no good. Guernsey with the rebound.
Big rebound.
Traveling, big turnover. 56-50.
Unanimous, Brian. We got our player of the game.
Our most valuable player for tonight's basketball game, DeCastros. It was a unanimous decision. Frank DeCastros, a 5'11 junior, averages 7.5 points per ball game. He upped that tonight. He has 17 points so far with 50 seconds left to go in the ball game. And of course, tonight's MVP award is brought to you tonight by the new NIC-10 magazine and Aunt Mary's Restaurant on East State Street, where you can get a great meal any time of the day. And tonight's most valuable player, Mr. DeCastros, will receive a dinner for two, courtesy of Aunt Mary's Restaurant. So enjoy it well, and I hope I'm the one who goes with you.
Not only has he scored way above his average, but he's played a very good floor game. Been a real team leader tonight.
I don't know, 50 seconds left to go.
There's still plenty of time for East High, but they got to keep
have the
their cool.
ball. I don't know if East High has the lineup they want in there to handle this situation. Madden, he's going to try to drive it all by himself. Shot up, no good. Guernsey with the rebound, and they're going to really scramble for it. There's about 5 players out in there trying to grab it away. Who they call it on? Flip a coin.
I think it's going to be Marshall, isn't it?
Yeah, Levette Marshall.
This last 43 seconds could take 10 minutes. I think Boylan's going to be going to the line quite often.
I got 3 fouls on Marshall tonight. 56-50, Titans lead. Our most valuable player, Frank DeCastros for the Boylan Titans. Played himself a whale of a ball game tonight. Has he been in there? I think he's been in there the whole ball game.
Well, he started for them, and I don't think if he has been out, he hasn't been out for too long.
Not even for a breather. Guernsey at the line. Shot up and in. Guernsey.
That's 12.
Guernsey's put himself a dynamic ball game, too.
He hits this one, he could ice it. Almost.
And he doesn't. Levette Marshall runs for it, but Sonny Roberts comes up with it. Levette grabs it out of bounds, and it will go to the Boylan Titans. 40 seconds. That took 10 seconds, Chad. And every 5-6 seconds or so, the E-Rabs need a point, 2 points, but they can't get it here. They steal the ball away. Madden with it. Full court pass to Marshall. Marshall puts it up and in. Levette Marshall. 14 points for Marshall. 57-52. And the foul. Going to go up against Tuck Hobson, a 5'8 junior.
That should put Hobson. That should put Hobson out of the game with his 5th foul. It does.
He comes out, and in comes Keith Hightower.
Hobson had 2 points in the evening on 4 attempts, 1 from the field.
Ike Johnson not happy at all. He needed this ball game desperately to really be able to come on strong against the Freeport Pretzels. And if we take a look at the stats here on the standings, they would have won here tonight. That would have made them 9-2, and then beat Freeport 10-2. They would have been considering that Freeport would have won their game, let's say, they would have been tied for first place. 57-52, 29 seconds left to go with a timeout on the floor. Steve Goer's chat, I have to think that he's just saying, okay, we've got 29 seconds left to go.
Well,
hold on to it.
That's true. He's probably telling them let's not foul when we get back on defense. He's also probably inside his own mind saying, boy, I hope he makes these 2 free throws.
Some of the great programming on WPTI throughout the day. Job Line, it's a daily listing of available jobs in the greater Rockford area. Job Line can be seen on WPTI-TV 10 several times throughout the telecasting day. And in the situation we're in here in Rockford, what are we at 18, 19% unemployment or something like that? You might profit from watching that. That job just might pop up for you. And hopefully WPTI can help you. Just another service to you. Pelkey at the free throw line. Pelkey, 6'1", senior, averaging 11 points per ball game. And tonight, he's got 14. Just about everybody ahead of their average tonight. Pelkey. That puts the frosting on the cake, I think. 15 points for Pelkey tonight. 58-52. 29 seconds left to go. The Titans lead it. Second shot by Pelkey. Up, no good. Levette Marshall with the rebound. They've got to hurry. 25-24. Charging foul on Levette Marshall. Oh, boy.
Good defense, good position by DeCastris. Didn't really hit him too hard. It was more acting than anything, I think.
58-52. Boylan leads East High School. 40 to make that 24 seconds left to go. Ike Johnson in a frenzy right now, just saying,
breakaway.
There's a breakaway. Pelkey, and he's fouled. Oh, that was dangerous.
Yeah.
That should be a technical foul.
That's automatic, 2 fouls, and actually, because the walls are so close to the baskets in this gym, and the same at West High, anytime a kid does that, I honestly believe he ought to be thrown out of the game. It could really hurt somebody doing that.
Yeah.
I'll probably hear about that now.
Of course, the coaches have to discourage that type of thing, too, and
yeah.
I didn't see Ike off the bench on that.
Yeah.
No, I really don't like to see that.
I've seen a lot of bad things happen from stuff like that happening.
That wall's awful hard.
Even with that mat there, people say, well, there's a mat down there, but it's not for that type of activity.
I had that happen to a brother of mine playing basketball and broke both wrists.
Picked a bad day to
Right.
Pelkey.
He has, I believe, 16 points tonight. Yes. Shooting for 17.
Second shot by Pelkey. Good.
I think Boylan's got it iced.
Levette Marshall tips it in.
Nice
Questionable.
tip in.
Yeah, it was. Questionable, though, if that should have counted. The ball was on the rim, and we've got a foul.
He's just trying to call traveling at that, but I don't think it's going to work.
60-54.
Levette Marshall has been coming on this last quarter, but it's too late.
Yeah, it is. He needed to take charge earlier. 8 ticks left on the clock. WPTI NIC-10 sports coverage where the action is, as we've proven again tonight with another barn burner. 60-54. Titans lead it to the line. DeCastris, our most valuable player for tonight. He'll eat for 2, or maybe he'll bring somebody to Aunt Mary's on East State Street. First shot up and good. DeCastris, 18 points tonight.
He's shot 11 times in the second half from the free throw line, and he's made 8 of those, 8 of 11.
You're running out of room to write for his
sure
score.
am.
Good thing there's only 8 seconds left to go. Second shot by DeCastris, good.
I think we made a good choice.
Yeah. Here they come. 6 seconds left to go. 40-foot shot. I don't know if they need to get the points right away, so not too bad of an idea. That's the ball game. And the final score here at East High School, 62-54. Boylan beats the East E-Rabs. My goodness, that changes the race a little bit in the NIC-10. we take a look at it right now, the standings. And, boy, Boylan really needed this victory, and they did it. That increases their record of 6-6. 500 ball, that puts them right into the thick of things. And the East E-Rabs will fall to 8-3. They will still be in the thick of things, obviously, but the thing we have to be concerned about is the drive. The drive for the East E-Rabs. Some of the momentum possibly has sort of sapped out of them in this ball game, and especially right now, Chad, these guys have to play Freeport tomorrow afternoon.
This was
at Freeport too.
Right, this was a bad loss for East High. They really needed this win to stay in this race. If Freeport beats them tomorrow night, Freeport is clearly in the driver's seat, and I don't see anybody beating Freeport out of the conference championship if they beat East tomorrow night. And when you're playing at Freeport, you're in the Lion's Den down there, so it's it's going to be tough.
Freeport, they 9-1 record, 12-5 overall. If we can get the stats up on the screen for you, it would be to your advantage just to see how important this ball game was. And while we're waiting for Mr. DeCastris to come up here, we're going to take a look here and also remind you that the Freeport girls basketball team is also in first place in the NIC-10 with a conference record of 8-0 and 11-1. So congratulations goes out to the Freeport girls basketball team. The final score here is 62-54. It was Boylan beating the East E-Rabs. And up with us tonight is the most valuable player for tonight's ball game, Frank DeCastris, a 5'11 junior, averaging 7.5 points per ball game, but coming on tonight with an amazing 19 points per ball game. Frank, thanks for joining us up here. You had a great ball game. You don't even look like you're tired.
I'm not. I really don't.
You're in shape for tonight's ball game, huh?
Yeah, I was up for it.
When you came into tonight's game, Coach Goers told us that he knows that the ball players want to win, but he thinks that sometimes you guys question your ability to do so. Has that changed here tonight?
Yeah, I think it has. You know, our offense has been in to get it inside, and the last couple of games we've been doing both, getting it inside and shooting from the outside. And I think it's really come through for us.
Team effort was the key tonight, obviously. You had everybody working together out there. You lost the lead in the early going, right before the half, and then you came back and got it back. It was sort of seesaw. Then you finally blew open the biggest point leadage in the entire ball game towards the fourth quarter there. What was the strategy that Steve Goers wanted you to go through?
Well, he said in the locker room we were playing pretty good still, you know. We weren't playing bad. They were just getting a few breaks in there that they were, you know, coming through on, and we, you know, that's the way we lost the lead.
You needed this ball game desperately to stay in the race for the NIC-10 championship. Freeport right up there right now. Those guys they're tough ball players. Do you think this ball game was not only an important win for you, but also emotionally a big lift to head down the stretch?
Yes, it was, because you know, we've been having tough breaks, been losing a couple games by 1 and 2 points, and I think this game really lifted us up.
Okay, we take a look at your season average coming into tonight's ball game, 7.5 points per ball game, and tonight you really rattled off 19 points, a lot of them from the line. What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. And I think my confidence built up from last game because I scored 17 last game, and you know, I just came out firing up tonight. I was hoping they'd go in.
Do you have confidence in your entire ball club going down the line now?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Thank you very much, and we hope you enjoy your meal. You got a dinner for two for Aunt Mary's at East State Street, and also courtesy of the NIC-10 magazine. So are you going to bring me, or do you have someone else in mind?
I don't know.
Get out of here and shower, okay?
I want to thank the WPTI-TV team and Inside NIC-10 and Aunt Mary's Restaurant for the honor.
Okay, thank you very much. Beautiful job by Frank DeCastris, our most valuable player here tonight. He played an amazing ball game. Chad Kaufman coming back into the booth, and we were expecting Ike Johnson up here and Steve Goers, but I think they might be just a little bit pertained. One congratulating the other, Dave, and the other sort of saying, hey, we blew our lead. We had a lead. Could have had that one, but that's not the way things go sometimes. Somebody always has to win, and somebody always has to lose. What about the stats? That will tell the story.
Yeah, they are pretty interesting tonight, Brian. Of course, we'll repeat that score tonight. It was the Boylan Titans 62 and the East E-Rabs 54. From the field goals, it was East E-Rabs 24 for 72. They got off 72 shots, 33% for the evening. The Boylan Titans only shot 45, but fortunately for them, they made 24 of them in for a 53% mark. free throws, East was 6 for 8, 75%. The Boylan Titans shot 23 free throws, 21 of those in the second half. They made 14, that's 61%. Team fouls are pretty indicative of the way things went. 23 team fouls, as you can see up there on the screen, to 11 for Boylan. Rebound situation, the smaller Boylan Titans out-rebounded the East E-Rabs 44-33. And the turnover situation, this was the only category that East won in. That was 17-9 in favor of East. High scores for the game. It was DeCastries 19 points. He was 5 for 8 from the field, 9 for 12 from the free throw line. Second leading scorer for Boylan was Pelkey with 17, followed by Roberts and Guernsey with 12 apiece, and Taylor with 2. For the East E-Rabs, their leading scorer was Marshall. He had 16 points. Following was Madden with 11, Shudo with 7, and Gentry also had 8, and Tidewell and Polk had 4 apiece. So that's the way it looked.
Another interesting thing that wouldn't be in the stat books, but it should be talked about a little bit. 2 players for the East E-Rabs saw action tonight that weren't even thought to have seen any action tonight. We're thinking of Keith Hightower, number 14, and then we also had Stanley Tinal, who came in the reserve bracket. They weren't even in the top 8 players. And you know, something has to be going wrong with your offense when something like that happens. We saw Levette Marshall not really be able to take control like he usually does in a ball game. Sort of lax, probably thinking about Freeport. They came in here tonight, Chad and Dave. You have to believe that they were thinking about the Freeport pretzels. You really do.
Well, it's too bad they thought about them before the game instead of after the game. Now it really doesn't make too much difference, probably.
Chad, how much does it do to a ball club? A ball club on the sidelines that sees that, hey, they've got 2 players in there, that the team says, we've got 2 players coming in that weren't even supposed to see action today, and that's going to be an emotional letdown.
Well, I'm sure it is. I think we saw a East High team tonight that played actually only one good quarter of ball, and that was the second quarter. Their shooting was poor, not only percentage-wise, but they took some terrible shots, and I'm sure Ike Johnson was pulling his hair out over that. On the other hand, Boylan's second half effort was almost perfectly played. Coach Gores seemed to really pick apart that East defense with some real good pick and rolls and working the ball underneath and then getting the outside shot when they need it. And I was really impressed with Boylan tonight.
Second half, Boylan shot 67% from the field, and that's pretty good for any level of play.
Well, you look at the stats, and you see that East has only lost 2 ball games going into tonight's game, and those 2 ball games were to the hands of Hononegah, who they play next week, and that will be our game of the week. And they also lost to the Guilford Vikings. The last time they played the Boylan Titans, they handled them. They played 4 great quarters of basketball, and that's what Ike Johnson mentioned to me before the ball game. He said, hey, we played 4 great quarters of basketball. You usually win that way. And today they didn't. I think, Chad, would you say they played 2 good quarters?
I say 1. I think they played a good second quarter, but the other 3 quarters were very poorly played by East High.
Other games that are in progress tonight and possibly just getting over like ours. Hononegah, they went to Auburn High School, Freeport at Belvedere, West at Guilford, and Jefferson travels to Harlem. Coming up tomorrow, it's the Harlem Huskies and the Belvedere Bucks. In that big ball game we're talking about, can the E-Rabs rebound after a loss here tonight? They play the Freeport Pretzels, number 1 in the conference with a 9-1 record and 12-5 overall. And that's going to do it from East High School. For Chad Kaufman and Dave Westman, this is Brian Wright saying so long, and we will see you next week as the Rockford East E-Rabs take on the Hononegah Indians. Bye-bye.